guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Johnson Joy. I'm back again with another video like I never left. Yes, like I never left. So I'm sure you guys already know what you want to watch by seeing the title, but I'd like to say watch this video at least to the middle or watch it completely so you're gonna really understand what I'm talking about. Don't just come here and judge by the title. Don't murder me, you know. At least have a clue of what I have to say before you drop a comment or before you just conclude on this video. But before I get into it, I'd like to say, if this is your first time ever setting your eyes on me, like, coming to my channel, please, the only favor you can do is by joining the family by clicking the red subscribe button. You're going to see it down there, either down here or down here. It's reading subscribe in red. You click on it, it's on ash, and in about a few minutes, you know, you're going to see a bell sign. Click on it. That's so important. By so doing, you get notified anytime I upload a new video, anytime I go live. Yeah, so I watched the video Dyna Ekwueme did about Africans in diaspora liars, or Africans abroad liars, something like that. Yeah, I don't know which of it is. It either African in abroad liars or African diaspora liars, one of the two. And you know, even when I saw the title, I was like, wow, what's she trying to say? I said, well, let me watch, because when you don't watch, you can't really judge a video 100% by the title. So I decided to watch, and when I watch it, you know, I was like, wow, this is one video I'd always like to do. I'd wanted to do on my other channel, which is the Yoruba Gist channel. So for those of you who doesn't know, I have a Yoruba channel. Yes, I do have a Yoruba channel, a channel where I do a lot of things also, but I speak mostly in Yoruba. So if you are that person that want to learn Yoruba or you understand Yoruba, you can join me. You know, I'm going to be dropping the link in the description box. So when I watched this video, I'm like, yeah, she's making some sense. I have friends, I have families, I have cousins, the close cousins, distant cousins, like a whole lot of people in my life, and I have them, you know, in various parts of the world, but mostly in Africa. And you know, they're always like, oh, you didn't enjoy, oh, look at your skin, look at how your skin is glowing, look at how you are fresh, I want to come and meet you, this and that, can you, you know, help me? Maybe you know an agent who can do visa, or you know, just all those kind of things. They're always having that positive vibes, like, oh, I want to go abroad too. And at a point in time, I used to be like, abroad is not easy. Abroad is not what you take it to be. Europe is not what you take it to be. America is not what you take it to be. People are still suffering. Just like you see beggars in the streets in Africa, the same way there are beggars in the street in Europe. There are people who don't have house. There are people who don't have what to eat. There are people who beg to eat. There are kids who, you know, in one way or the other, maybe because of their parents are not really financially stable, they're passing through some kind of stress too. I know there's always that difference, like, okay, the government is always there to assist in one way or the other, but it's still not the same way you guys take it to be. You know, before I came to Europe, I have that same mentality that every other person in Africa right now surrounding me is having, like, oh, people are enjoying. But I put it to you that Europe is just like a secret cult. Yes, it's like a secret cult that when you're not in the cult, you don't know what is going on in there. It's a different ball game when you're outside. Like when they tell you, oh, don't join the secret cult. When you join the secret cult, you know, they're gonna use you. They're gonna tell you to start killing people. Maybe they're gonna use you in a way, or you know, convince you in a way that you're gonna be a drug addict. You know, they tell you all sorts of things about secret cult, but you might not be getting the picture because you're outside. Maybe you see them dressing from English is not my first language, guys. Accept it the way it's coming. So maybe you see them dressing, you know, so in a flamboyant way, you know, wearing that Gucci cloth, wearing those things, going to clubs and all those things. You think that's all about cultists, but when you go into it, you now actually see the main picture. Okay, this is not what I think. The same way with Europe, but there's always that little difference. I can't lie to you because, oh, I just want to say sweet things that make things really sweet. But it all depends on your own kind of person. It all depends on your own way of living your life. That is the main that's the main thing that's gonna, you know, that is going to determine how your life is going to be, whether you live abroad, whether you live in Europe, whether you live in America, whether you live in any part of the world, or whether you live in Africa. You know, in Europe here, it's just the same thing. You can imagine somebody walking and collecting about 1,500 euro or 2,000 euro, 1,002. There are still people in abroad working for as low as 500, 300, 400, 200 euro a month. Yes, I said it. Anybody that argue with you, let them come and meet you. I said it. People are still working for 500, 300 because they don't have a choice. Maybe they don't have all the qualifications and it's difficult to get a job, and they just see one, they feel like, let me just do something. The same way people in Africa too. You see people working for 500,000. You see, I know of a man who worked with Chevron and is receiving up to 2 million naira. Yes, I know him. I'm not going to mention the names. He worked for that amount. And you know, it's like all those big boss and all those stuff. People work for 1 million naira, 500,000, 200,000, 100,000, and people work for 50,000 naira and 80,000 naira, 10,000 naira. I know of people who work for 8,000 naira, 5,000 naira in a month, and it's not like, okay, I work for 1 hour in a day. No, they are working for 8 hours in a day, 6 hours in a day minimum, and they're receiving 5,000 naira. So the situation does not vary. It's like, oh, which country I am, or because I'm in Europe it's better. Okay, yeah, you might be saying, what about those flashy cars they carry around? What about those beautiful pictures they take and post on social media? I'm going to put it to you that don't get it twisted. Don't let people's fake life, you know, drive you to come and suffer more. Europe is not really 100% better than Africa. The only difference is, okay, they don't joke with their healthcare system. I must say that they don't joke with their healthcare system is okay. But the only thing is, the same way you're going to go to emergency. Yes, I've been to emergency in Europe here. Unless your case is like 100% super, like maybe you're dying, you're lifeless, you can't breathe again. That's when you go to the emergency and they'll like attend to you like so fast, like so quickly like that. If not, you're gonna be in the emergency. I remember the last time I went to the hospital when I had a kind of stomach pain, and I went to the emergency ward, and you know, they just put me on the bed, do my vital signs, and they're like, oh, we're gonna get back to you. I was there for about 6 hours before the doctor actually came to attend to me. I went to the hospital as early as 8:30 a.m. in the morning, and I left the hospital that same day because, you know, they wrote some drugs for me, and I'm like, which pharmacy is even going to sell drugs for me at 8:30 p.m. before I take the metro, before I get to the next stop and all those? I was like, oh, this is bullshit. You see what I'm talking about? But it is different in the sense that they are good roads. That's the difference so far that I've seen within Africa and Europe, is what I'm telling you. They are good roads, you know. You don't have that issue of hold up or go slow, whatsoever you want to call it. You don't have that issue of hold up or go slow. There are traffic lights to control, you know, how everything goes on, and it's making, you know, the journey more smooth and easier. And their hospital system is not as bad as Africa, but they have their own they have their own bad side too, which I'm not going to be discussing 100%. I talked about my experience, you know, the other time. So they have good hospital system, not as bad as that of Africa, but they have their own coma too. And the third part of it is their emergency system is it works on fine. Like, for example, I saw a video some time ago about I've forgotten that Balogun market that got on fire, and you know, they are not like enough equipment to come and put down the fire. I even saw another video of a man using bucket. Like, that's crazy. That's weird. Anyway, using bucket, you know, to fetch water, and like he's trying to quench the fire. I don't know, maybe he's just trying to make some kind of drama, you know, for the video's sake or something. I don't know. Or he's just trying to help. I really don't know what the case is in that issue. But you can't call the emergency number like, you know, someone is dying, you need the ambulance, or there's fire outbreak or something. You know, they're just gonna come in like they're just gonna come in so fast to attend to the issue. So in that way, I think they are more better. I'm not gonna say little, they are more better in terms of some African country, because I think there's some African country that is also, you know, better, but there are some that are worse, like Nigeria. We have a lot of issues to face there. But when it comes to the standard of living depends on you. This standard of living depends on individual. The standard of living depends on how you are able to manage your life. Like I was about to say something the other time. For example, you see somebody who is receiving 1,500 euro in a month, and you have to pay the house rent. So I'm going to be using a more, you know, that language people understand. I'm not going to say bill, blah, blah. No, I'm just going to be breaking it down. And you are receiving 1,500, you pay 500, you pay 500 euro for your house rent. You pay about, it depends on which internet you decide to use. There are different companies with different prices. I think the minimum is about 20, 30, but 50 euro a month, 60, 70, 100 euro a month for internet bill. That's about 600. It depends on how you're able to manage water. It's not like in Africa where you just go anywhere, you buy this land. Oh, this land is for me, I can do anything I like. You just go there and dig borehole. No, you're not gonna do that here. You're not gonna do that here. They connect water for every building, and you're gonna pay for as much as you use. So it depends. That's why I say it depends on individuals. Some people just use the water anyhow, and at the end of the month they pay 200 euro, 300 euro for only water bill. So maybe you see people who can manage themselves and they're paying about 60, 70, 50, 80, 100 euro for the water bill, and that's about 700 euro. You're also going to pay for your light bill, depends on how you use it. Maybe 100, 60, 50, depends. Let me just say 100, and that's about 800 euro. So when you remove 800 euro from your 1005, you are left with 700 euro. And as a single person, to feed yourself, you're going to spend minimum. That's if you even know how to manage your money, if you know how to put things in order, if you know where to buy things and how to buy things and when to buy things. You're not just going to go to the market and just, oh, I want this, oh, this is good, and start by. No, we also manage here. So maybe you're going to be spending minimum of 300 euro, 200, no, 300 minimum for your feeding, and you are left with 400 euro. And you guys need to know that remaining 400 euro safe, you will pay for, maybe you have a car, you pay for insurance, you pay for health insurance, you pay for car insurance, even there's insurance for the house if you bought the house and it's your own house. Even if you are on rented, you have to pay for insurance in case maybe the handle of your door broke or something happened in the house. You must have insurance. There's insurance for almost everything. You need to pay for parking space. That one, it depends. So different country with the amount and the level of your car, like how big your car is, the kind of model and the year of the car, everything will still determine how much you're going to be paying. So there are a lot of expenses. You're also going to be paying tax from your 1,500 naira. I forget to tell you that you're going to be paying tax too. So at the end of the day, maybe you are left with just 300, 400 euros. And you're not even living the life you want. But okay, because you can, dress well, sometimes look good to take pictures and post on Facebook, and people think, oh, that is the ultimate. Oh, no, I want to live the same life she's living, or I want to live the same life he's living. But it's not as sweet within that person, but you don't know these things because they are not telling you. So people who are living abroad are not liars. They are not lying to tell you that stay where you are. But to me, I don't tell people. I used to before. I used to tell people it's not easy abroad though, better stay in Africa, you're enjoying your this. But now I don't tell people it's not easy in abroad. I only tell them, oh, please come when you want to come. When you want to come, as far as I'm here, I adapt to the system. I am I'm managing myself with the system. I've been in Africa, I know the difference. Now I even know more better, and I think if I can survive it, any other person can survive it. It's only that so many people become more frustrated, and one of the frustration there is that maybe they don't come into the country legally. It's so frustrating. Maybe you come with visiting visa and your visa expire, you didn't go back and you don't have documents, you start hiding for the police, you can't get a legal job. It's a whole lot of stress, which I'm not actually going to be discussing in this video. So when I watched that Dyna Ekwueme's video, I was like, yeah, that's just the real truth, that's just the thing. But I think maybe they should be explaining to you guys, like I'm explaining to you guys, like the real thing. When you come to Europe, when you come abroad, what you're actually going to be facing, the things, the way the country is, to let you guys know that the life you see people live on social media is not the same as the reality. It's not the same as the reality that we live in here. It's not the same, my brother. It's not the same, my sister. It's not the same, my mommy. It's not the same, my daddy. So we're only trying to make things work for us. We're only trying to make things work for us. That's why sometimes you say, my brother has been in abroad for over how many years he has been in abroad. He cannot, I asked him for common 20,000 naira. He's sending me 10,000 naira. They don't pick money in the street. They work for money and they have a lot of expenses. And the more you have kids, the more money you spend. I know government assists, but remember your kids are going to go to, those people you're talking about, in the nearest future, their kids will go to the university. I know you can always borrow a loan to go to the university, but as a parent, you don't want to pay for that situation. So they want to save. They want to save for the future. They want to save for themselves. Just like you that you're in Africa, maybe you receive 100,000 naira and you are paying house rent. So water is almost free. Water is almost free because maybe you go and fetch water for maybe with 100 naira, you fill your drum, and it will last you for the whole for the whole week, and it depends on the region where you are staying in Nigeria. In some regions, if you fetch water for 50 naira, you fetch, you know, the all your container and all your keg, all your things, you're going to fill it up with water. Or maybe you call all those people that come and, you know, to put water in your tank, and maybe 1,000 naira, or I don't know how much it costs now, because I've left Nigeria for quite some time now. You know, but then 1,000, 1,500, you fill your tank, and it will last you for maybe 2 weeks, 1 month. It depends on the amount of people in the house. So the problem I think people have is not being able to save money. Don't say, oh, this money is too small, I can't save it, because people in abroad are facing the same thing. They feel like, oh, this money is too small, it's not enough for me, and they don't save. So whether living in diaspora or living in Africa, it depends on your kind of lifestyle, how better you can manage your resources, because it is never enough. Even Bill Gates would want more. Our president, Emmanuel Macron, is it Macron or Macron? Pardon me. He will want more. Your resources is never enough, because the more you have, the more you want to like increase your own kind of lifestyle. You want to buy more expensive clothes or more beautiful clothes. Not as if you don't have clothes, but you want more. That's the thing. You always want more. Human need is insatiable. You need this, you need that, you need this, you need that. But you need to know that no matter how small your salary is, either in diaspora or in Africa, there should be a certain amount that, okay, in my salary, this certain amount of money I must save. No matter what the case may be, no matter what the situation may be, I must save. And over the years, over time, you realize that, oh yes, I am worth it. As in, saving that money is worth it, and I have more money than I think. You can be in Africa and you are even more richer than somebody in the diaspora. Don't get it twisted. It's the truth, because we have more things to do. But if you want to come, you are highly welcome. Please come. Also, I'll have somebody and say, oh, that's my brother, that's my old time friend, you know, he's now in the country with me, or he's in another country, and I can always go and visit. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. So I even want my friends to come. Please go to the embassy, get a visa, and come, so that we go plenty of makbo. I go see somebody to say, ah, see my brother, he did deal. So that's all for today's video. I hope you will be able to learn 1 or 2 things from this video. I hope you don't find this video insultive. I'm not trying to insult anybody. I'm just trying to speak my mind out. I'm just trying to let you guys know the reality. And that's gonna be all. If you are not part of the family, I'm inviting you to join the family by clicking on the red subscribe button. It costs you nothing. Like it's not gonna cost you anything. And also click on the bell sign so you will be notified anytime I upload a new video. I'm gonna see you guys in my next one. But before then, you all stay blessed. Bye.